Yoga is about the unification of the mind, body, and spirit. The ultimate awareness, self-awareness, the highest level. Getting caught up in the body and the image is the false self. Yoga, as I said, is not about vanity, and that is what it's become. The majority of yoga schools have mirrors everywhere. In the ancient text, the Vedic text, it mentions there shouldn't be mirrors in yoga classes, because mirrors mean wandering eyes, wandering focus on others, other bodies, focusing on their own bodies, how good they may look, how bad they may look. You see how many distractions are added with mirrors? Now, imagine a yoga class that's full. Everyone faces one way, and you have to stay focused on a dot in front of you in the wall. Dristi, a concentrated gaze. You would bring a different clientele into the school. All right? So I'm only saying this to say one thing, and I'm going to get into some exercises that are going to help you. If you're practicing yoga to look good, and that's the only reason, you have problems coming whether you're a man or a woman, okay? It's insecurity. You develop yourself, become self-aware, you'll look good automatically. Anyone can transform. But to be caught up in the image of the self and to be vain, which is very common nowadays, it's not a good place to be. You're not gonna like what you attract, and it's gonna create karma. All right, so with that being said, practicing yoga is focusing on the higher self, the Atman, right? The super soul. Now, the process, we're using the fire element with yoga. Now, the breath here is just to breathe in and out the nose, and I'm gonna show you some exercises. If you have low back pain, this is gonna help you, okay? If you're just tight and wanna be looser, it's gonna help. All right, 1, triangle posture. We're gonna straighten the legs, don't lock them, lift one hand. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the nose. In, exhale it out. Now, it doesn't matter how far you can go. Let's say you can only go to right here. No problem. You only need to go far enough to get a fraction of an inch further than where you were, even if it's just one little click. And you do this by using the exhale. When you breathe in deep, on the exhale, you let your body drop. It will melt you to a certain degree. So we have old bodies walking around that are like new books. They're very tight, they're very hard to open. An old book should easily open and easily close. And we want to be more like an old book, okay? But we have to maintain the old book, all right? So, stretching out, triangle position. Both sides, same amount of time on each side. Breathe in, see how far you can go. Hold. Now, you don't want to be this way or this way. You want to be straight. You want to be straight up and down with this, okay? That's the first one, triangle posture. The other one we're gonna do is like a reverse technique where the palms come up this way. We're gonna be in this stance. One of the warriors will come up. Stretch. And changing sides. So you want to lunge into that front knee. I'm not fully going to the extreme of the posture. I'm only doing it to a certain point for now to demonstrate, okay? But breathe in. Use the exhale to melt you just a little bit further. And I'll give you one more variation of that. Lunging into this knee. Just relax. Use that exhale to take you just a little bit further. Now on that one, I was breathing through the mouth. Different breath. But to get started, you want to breathe through the nose. Now, what happens when you start burning up impurities in your body, drinking more water, exercising, creating heat, the fire element burns up the impurities. When that happens, physical mass that is saturated with impurities is converted into non-physical energy called ojas. Ojas creates fire in the body, or glow, aura. This is what Shaolin monks talk about, yogis, okay? Igniting the power of the self. So if you decide to go to a yoga school, check out the environment first and see how superficial it is. I know some people may not like hearing this, but the majority of yoga schools that I've seen, there's just a little bit more vanity there for the common good. So humility is the strongest factor in martial arts, yoga, any path like that. Okay? Focus, gaze. Now, mirrors could be good in some circumstances. You're at the gym, you want to see what your muscle mass looks like. There's nothing wrong with wanting to see yourself in the mirror, okay? But when you're in a room full of people, the mirrors are going to allow a lot of wandering eyes if people are that close together or slightly further apart. It's different in a gym. Most people are doing their own thing. So, just something to think about. If you found this video informative, click the like button. Even better, subscribe. Even better, Patreon. Sifu Les Clements out. Stretch well.